What's up everybody, Nate here, and today in the United States there is one huge scam that is plaguing the finances of millions of Americans every single day. And no, I'm not talking about pyramid schemes or gambling on slot machines. No, there is a far greater threat to Americans' finances, and that is the scam of hard work. Millennials specifically were taught that hard work pays off, and the harder you work, the more you will get out of life. Basically, what you put in is what you get out, but millions of Americans are now finding out that that is simply not true. In fact, there is a significant limit to how hard you can actually work and how much that will make you successful in life. So today I want to talk about this scam of working hard and why working hard alone will never make you wealthy. In addition, I want to talk about what you actually should be doing alongside working hard that will grow your finances and make you financially successful for the future. And hey, if you like this video, make sure to smash that thumbs up button below, ring that notification bell, and hit that sub button too. That way YouTube shows you all of my latest videos and I can keep making more just like this one. So first off, I want to go over the expectations and the perception of working hard versus the actual reality. We are taught from basically birth that we need to work hard in order to get all of the things that we want in life. We are taught that we need to work hard at school. We need to work hard to get really good grades, and then we need to work hard studying for those big standardized tests. Once we work hard and pass all of those things with flying colors and get really good grades, then we need to work hard to get into a really good school. Now that you've gotten into a really good school, it's time to work even harder, get even better grades so you can eventually graduate. And hopefully you can work extra hard so you can graduate even earlier than anticipated. That way you can get a lot less student loans and you're not in debt for the rest of your life. Then you have now gotten a college degree, you've gotten really good grades, you graduated early, and you can now get a really good job. You have worked so hard that you've gotten a really good job, but the working hard doesn't stop there. It's time to work even harder. You have to work harder to get a promotion. You have to work harder so you can go up that corporate ladder, getting a better and better job. Next, you're finally a CEO of your dream company. Of course, it took years and years to get here, and you pretty much put everything off to the side because you had to work hard, but you are now a CEO and you're getting those big CEO paychecks. Now, you have to work even harder to grow the company and get even more successful, and finally, you can work all this off and become very financially successful and eventually retire. All of your hard work basically ends there. You've now worked all of this off, you've now worked as hard as you possibly could, and you have retired with millions of dollars in the bank, all because you worked hard and did nothing else. Retirement age in the United States is around 65, and the average life expectancy for an American is around 80, so you worked your butt off for your entire life and made all of this money only to now enjoy it for the last 15 years. So you worked around 30 and 40 years to get to enjoy around 15 years. To me, that math doesn't really add up. So that is the expectation and perception of working hard and hustling in the United States. The harder you work, the more you are going to get out of life. You are going to get more things because more people are going to notice how hard you work and they are going to want to give you more. But in reality, things just don't work that way. In reality, people work very hard, but there is a limit to the amount of money and the amount of success you can have by just working hard. In reality, there is only so many ways that you can make money in the United States. The biggest one that people do is go to their job. They have something called active income. This is where you are literally doing a task for a business, or you're an entrepreneur and doing the task for yourself, but you are providing that value to society. But the only problem is you have to physically do that every single day. And if you're not doing that, well, then you're not getting paid. The problem with this type of income and the problem with just working hard is that there are only so many hours in the day. If, for instance, working hard is all you needed to do, then construction workers and truck drivers that work 80 to 100 hours plus every single week, they should in theory be multi-millionaires and billionaires. They should be the richest people in our society because they work extremely hard. So why aren't they? Why aren't they actually the richest people in our society? Well, for one, I said this before, but there is only so many hours that you can actually work in a day. There's going to be times where you're gonna have downtime. You have to go to sleep, you have to eat, and a lot of people like to do other things other than just go to work. They like spending time with family and friends and doing hobbies, so you can't work 100% of your time. And if you're not working, you're not making money. So all of that downtime means that there's no money being made. And during that time, you're probably spending a lot of your money. That is the sole purpose for a lot of Americans with their job. They have money that they make from their job, and then they spend this money on their living expenses. They spend this money on their life, and that's basically how they get by. They are living for today, and that is exactly what a job is. A job is paying you for doing a particular task. There are tasks in the United States that are going to pay you a whole lot more. Some things that go even beyond tasks, like running an entire company. CEOs are going to make more than your baseline employee because they have a lot more responsibility, and the entire company rides on their shoulders. Not only that, but it took them years of that hard work to finally hit that point, so they want to receive that paycheck at that point. However, that money alone, no matter how much you make, whether it's $20 an hour or $2,000 an hour, eventually you are not going to have enough money to meet your lifestyle, because you are making money for today and you're not making money for tomorrow. That is what active income is. You are actively working for today to make money right now so you can spend it and fund the rest of your lifestyle. But there are other ways to make money in the United States that don't require you to work every single hour that you're awake, and they don't require that hard work like they used to. Owning something in the United States is how our millionaires and billionaires become millionaires and billionaires in the first place. I mean, do you think Warren Buffett spent 30 and 40 years driving trucks around in order to build his wealth? Definitely not. Warren Buffett is an owner of companies. He's an owner of real estate. These are things that people want. These are assets that you can hold on to that are going to appreciate in value because people want them, and they are value producers. And at the end of the day, you don't actually need to work all that hard to build wealth through the stock market. All you need to do is passively invest, which is just putting money in over a certain period of time every single week, and you can eventually make a whole lot of money. As you become the owner of something, whether it's in a stock, which is owning a particular business, a share in that particular business, or in real estate, or in commodities, or cryptocurrency, you now have the option of selling that thing to someone else that really wants it, someone else that wants to grow their wealth just like you did. And the best part of this strategy is you don't need to work a whole lot harder in order to get that income, in order to start building that wealth. All you need to do is have money and then put it into those ownership things. Working hard alone is never going to make you wealthy, and it's never going to put you ahead in life. I mean, sure, you can probably pinpoint certain situations and certain people that were able to work really, really hard and make a whole lot of money, but those are the exceptions. For the vast majority of Americans, working hard alone is never going to put you ahead. That's because when you work hard, you're not really setting yourself up for success. You're leaving a whole lot up to chance. This is an ideology that I live by every single day. No matter how hard of a worker you are, no matter how good you are at something, well, the fact of the matter is there is always someone out there that can outwork you. There's always someone out there that can do that thing a whole lot better than you. So working hard alone means that eventually that other person is going to come by, and eventually they are going to take something from you. Of course, you can just try to work harder, but we have our own skill sets, and there is only so much potential that we all have. You can't simply rely on yourself to just work harder, and eventually, as you grow older, you're not going to be able to work as hard as you could when you were in your teens or your 20s and your 30s. Eventually, you're going to have to slow down. Other people, the younger generation, is going to overtake you, and that's honestly what should happen. The younger generation that can work harder than you at some of these jobs should eventually overtake you, but that means that you don't have any money, and if you've done nothing but work hard all your life, well, now you are left with nothing. Now, if you're watching this video and thinking, Nate, I've worked hard my entire life, what should I do now? Should I simply stop working hard for the things that I want? And the answer is absolutely not. I am a firm believer that for the things that you want in life, you need to work hard. Nothing in life should come extremely easy. You need to work hard for all of the things that you want. However, that does not mean that you should only work hard. You need to do two things. You need to work hard, climb the corporate ladder. You need to work hard to make money for today and to continue to make money for tomorrow. You want to continue to bring value to your company or your business or to yourself or to your relationships in life. You have to work hard at all of those things. You can't substitute by just sitting around and expecting things to come to you. You have to work hard in order to get the things that you want in life. But as you're climbing that corporate ladder, as you're producing more and more value for this entire world, you also at the same time need to be trying to own the corporate ladder. You have to become an ownership in all of these different companies and all of these assets in our lives that are going to continue to produce even more value than you can produce. You are one single person. You simply cannot produce that much value that is going to make you hundreds of millions of dollars. But you know who can? These multi-billion-dollar companies. And with you taking an ownership in them, you get a small piece of all of that money. The more you do that, the more you are able to grow your wealth. And your job is extremely important. That's why you want to continue to make more at your job and advance your career. That way you have more money to now allocate towards investing. So now you're putting money away for today through your active working, and you are putting money away for tomorrow through investing. You're working hard to climb the corporate ladder, and you're working hard to own it. Like I said, eventually you're going to hit a point where you simply cannot work hard anymore. And if you are absolutely satisfied with the money that you're getting, and you're absolutely satisfied with living for today, well, then that is totally fine. Millions of Americans do that, but you also have to realize that you're sacrificing your financial success for tomorrow. Time is our greatest asset. There is only so much time that we have, and once it's spent, we can't get that time back. Personally, I would rather spend time growing myself, working hard so I can continue to make money for tomorrow instead of just working at something right now and only making money for today. I want to continue to advance myself, learn more, grow, and climb that corporate ladder so I have enough money to create generational wealth. That way, my family later on down the road doesn't have to work as hard as I did. That doesn't mean that they shouldn't work harder than I did. They absolutely should. They should work a lot harder for all of the things that they want. However, they don't have to be forced into that situation. And don't feel bad if you never learned this, because I never learned this growing up either. That's why it's the biggest scam in American history, because generation after generation, this is what we're teaching our kids. We're teaching them that all you have to do is work hard, and eventually people will notice, and eventually you will get that high-paying job and you'll never have to worry about money again. The problem is, in reality, that is just not what happens. And the fact of the matter is, I would rather spend my time doing whatever I want. And as I continue to make more money, as I own the corporate ladder, and as I work harder at my job, I'm naturally going to have a whole lot more time because I'm making a whole lot more money. Billionaires and millionaires can pretty much do whatever they want whenever they want to because they have tons of money. They have that financial freedom that they can quit their job. They don't rely on anything else. They have their own income sources. Once you do that, you basically don't have to work hard at all. You might not even have to work at all because you're making all of this money outside of your job. That is the goal that I want you to get to. That way you don't have to work at all. Millionaires and billionaires do this. I mean, Warren Buffett is still working, but it's not at an 8-hour shift job. Once you do get there, now you can start owning things as well. That way you never have to work hard again. But now I want to hear from you on this issue. Do you think think that working hard is an essential to becoming successful and financially successful in 2022? Or do you think that there are other ways to become successful in today's economy that don't require you to work hard? Whatever your thoughts are, leave a comment below before you go. But that is it for today's business and financial news breakdown. Thank you so much for watching. If you want to stay up to date with all of the top business and financial news from around the country, our team puts together a free daily newsletter, and you can subscribe to it by clicking the link in this corner right here. And if you want to stay up to date with me and everything else happening in the business and financial world, I'm putting out updates 7 days a week over here on this channel, and I've actually got another one ready for you right here, so be sure to check that out before you go. That is it for me, everybody. Be kind out there, and I'll see you all in the next one.